Hey everyone, this is Walter from iWalter. I'm going to try to do a 10-minute segment tonight if I can. And how I'm going to do this is why I'm doing it for 10 minutes, I should say, is because I just found out tonight. It was interesting. There was a woman I bought something off of Etsy, I think it is, and she sent me a link to her Instagram, and she puts up videos as well, and it's like, wow, I didn't know you could do that, and it can be 10 minutes, up to 10 minutes. So I was like, really cool, because I really am going to have a hard time putting up podcasts that I record with video. So 10 minutes would be kind of an experiment for me. Now I'm going to have my normal podcast hopefully sometime, because I always have more than 10 minutes to talk, need to talk. So I wanted to say one thing that it seems like it's just out of control now, which I've heard in the news. I got my hair cut at this barbershop over Valley Forge, and it's about this woman, Christine Blasey Ford, making these accusations that have no ground against Kavanaugh. Is it Kavanaugh? So that's one thing I'm wondering at this point is is everybody going nuts? Because another person, which I'm really shocked, I used to like him, an actor, I didn't realize he was from Canada, is Jim Carrey, because he is gone off the rails. The man is totally nuts now, and he's so political. He's always making these accusations or comments that are really horrible, and these drawings that he puts on not Instagram, I apologize, on Twitter against Trump. And it's like, dude, you are a total mental case now. And even with this thing with this Christine Blasey Ford, I'm just wondering, the Democrats, one thing, they're just grasping at straws just to try to eliminate the Republican Party as best as they can, or make them look really bad, and make Trump look bad, and make Kavanaugh look bad. And, I mean, it's out of control. My concern is, and I heard this from a conservative writer and talk show host, I believe, and I can't remember her name. God, I should have prepared that, and I wasn't even going to bring up her name. But it doesn't matter. The point is, she was mentioning on something I saw on on YouTube that, if this is the direction the Democrats are going of just attacking people, what's this going to mean for the rest of the conservative and Republican Party? Because it's really, really scary at this point. So real quick, because I only have 8 minutes left if I do a 10-minute segment, is I'm going to try I have a guy that 2 years in a row, we were doing podcasts together. We tried to do one the other day. It didn't turn out quite well. So we're going to try to redo it. And it's with Ryan Logston, because we did do it all on video on the webcam I have. It's you can't see, but it's over here. I'm pointing. I can see my finger pointing. So anyway, it didn't turn out quite the way we wanted it to. So we're going to try to redo a podcast with Ryan, but he wants to do it Friday, and I'm not sure what time I'm going to have available, because I have other stuff coming up. Anyway, one other thing I was going to mention, since I'm going to do a short, quick deal, is this weekend in New Jersey is the HorrorCon. Unfortunately, I have no money to go. This past weekend, I'm really depressed, because you know what? I wanted to go to a comic book convention, because there was a woman down there I really like, Catherine Tate, and she was down in Philadelphia, and so was this Amy Ackert. I love her too, because I saw her before, and she was just adorable and very friendly, and I tell you, I eat that up. They were down in Philadelphia, and you know what? I couldn't go. I did not have the money to go. And by the way, I'm going to point this out. Here is my iPhone 8 Plus. Now, I don't know if I can point it this direction. It's my 8 Plus. You probably can't see it. It's just it's just like a blurry screen. Anyway, this is like my replacement phone. It had taken less than 24 hours. It's more like 12 hours. And why I mentioned that was because I've had problems with my 8 Plus for the longest time. And you know what? I fought tooth and nail, and they finally caved in, Apple, and they got me a new phone. So I was working on that this afternoon. I was supposed to actually have someplace I was supposed to go to this afternoon called the OVR, Office of Rehabilitation. And that didn't turn out, unfortunately, because I had called up early in the morning, like 7 o'clock, and told this woman who was, I don't want to say counselor. I'm trying to think of the right word. God, I'm going to run out of time before I even think of it. Like somebody who kind of advises you on work if you're a person who has a difficult time, like I do. I have a learning disability, which I mentioned before. Well, this woman's going to help me try to find a job that would be best suited for me. Now, that being said, I still do. I've set up a couple interviews, but they're all retail jobs. I apologize with my quirks with my hands. I'm Italian. I talk with my hands. I can't help it. Sorry. Got my little doll here. She's keeping me company. My nun doll. It's the living dead doll. Use some of the money I got from selling some stuff off, so I didn't pay for it that way. So yeah, I had to cancel that out. That was down in Norristown. Speaking about Norristown, by the way, I don't know what's going on around here. I live in Trooper. I've lived here for like my whole entire life, so I'd be 51 years. But the people have just gone stir crazy around here with reckless driving. And I actually called the police station today, and they said, "Oh, you have to go to this other department." It was like, okay. So I go out to get the mail this afternoon. I almost get runned over actually later tonight, because I figured, the traffic will calm down. And this was like one or two women in their SUVs. We have a 25-mile speed limit sign. Couple like posted down our street. One person actually the other day knocked one over. He literally ran over the sign and knocked it across the street, like over a highway, and it like flew across the street. I mean, that's pretty bad. And you don't do that with driving 25 miles an hour, by the way. So anyway, I had not one but two women in two different cars, and I had it recorded because I was bringing my cell phone out and I record because I'm afraid I'm going to get killed someday. And the neighbor next door and a couple of our neighbors are really upset about this now, the way these people drive. The one woman said, yeah, we're living like in the city now because it's gotten so bad. So anyway, I did go to the police station tonight, and I told them, but I had it on. The thing is, like, you can hear this woman squealing her wheels, and she's driving at high speed down our street. And it's like there's little kids down the street from where we live in the same development. And eventually one of those kids are going to get run over. I mean, I'm talking like a 7-year-old girl I saw just today driving through the development. You got these people driving at 70 when it's 25. And these kids drive their bikes in the street and everything. Because when I was a kid, I did the same thing. But it's gotten so bad around here. And the reason is because they built all these extra homes. Anyway, I got 2 minutes left. You know what kind of got me a little annoyed, because I want to get this in too. There's this woman, her name's, it looks like Lori Poe. She spells it kind of weird, but her name's Lori Poe. And I asked her, hey, can you give me some advice? Because I had a little bit of a fallacy with my first video podcast, and you do them every night. Can you give me some advice back? She just totally blew me off. She totally ignored me. And she's on every night. So she's like on my shit list of shit lists. So anyway, I just had to say that. There was one other thing I did want to mention, because I only have 2 minutes. I may not have time. So this is good. Again, this is an experiment, and I can't find it. Oh, I was watching this film. I actually ordered it on Amazon. It is impossible to find. I missed it. It was on Comet TV. It's an old movie, and it has the word Comet in there. And guess what it was? It was called, I'm trying not, well, I would like to look in the lens. I am right now. Night of the Comet, because I remember that film, I think back in the day, and I never really went and seen it. It's like a late 1980s, early 1990 film. I only got like 30 seconds left. And the movie was kind of cool. It didn't have much substance to it, but it was interesting if you grow up in that age group of the 80s and 90s, when that was a big thing with the big hair, the glossy clothes, what do you call it, bright colored clothes that were, I don't know. But it was like a period I remember and I loved the way the girls looked, because they used to wear those funky clothes and the weird hairstyles and those really big puffy shirts, whatever you call them. The shirts with the not poet shirts, but something on that line. I'm running out of time. So everyone, have a good night. This is Walter from iWalter, and I'm signing off for this audio podcast. Okay.